Hey everybody, it's Jim with the Friday video on Good Friday. So happy Easter to everyone who's celebrating Easter. And I am in Edmond today, and in just a minute, we're going to do a little different spin on the Friday video. First, I wanted to mention a shout out to those that are working with youth. We've got the program called YEP, the Youth Employment Preparation Program. And then there's YAP, which is another youth program where we bring kids from high schools on site to our corporate headquarters. They get to see the warehouse. They get to do a little mini course like the YEP program. And I describe YEP as boot camp for young people on how to find a job, how to keep a job, how to leave a job, how to show up on time for a job. So all the basic stuff that you would need to know that many times people don't get from growing up. Maybe their parents haven't taught them that, or they just haven't picked up on it yet. So we are now being asked to work with the Oklahoma Juvenile Bureau, and they're reaching out to us. It's one of the great things about getting our name better known in the community is that people are recognizing we're more than a store. We are a store, we're a donation center, but we help people overcome challenges to employment, and we can help people that are in the system, in the foster care system or in the juvenile justice system. So shout out to those of you in workforce development who are working on that, and we're looking forward to working with those folks. All right, we're going to do something a little different today. 3 years ago, I met a young lady named Jeannie who is working here, and she's worked here all 3 years, I think, and now the assistant store manager. And I just thought Jeannie was such a bright spot when I first met her 3 years ago. And so this is her anniversary week, or close to it. She's been here 3 years, and she is going to do the interview for the Friday video with Taylor, who's been here 2 years at the Edmond store. So I'm getting out of the way. I'm just going to be the camera guy, and Jeannie, take it away.
Hey y'all, so first of all, my name's Jeannie. I am the assistant store manager over here at store 19. Like Jim was saying, I've been here for a little over 3 years now. Just like Taylor, I started out as a cashier, and I worked my way up through production to a shift leader and then to ASM. Taylor here, I know actually has some aspirations to move up into leadership as well. Mm-hmm. So just to start off, Taylor, you said you've been here for 2 years. What brought you to Goodwill?
Well, I mean, we live in Oklahoma. There's not a lot to do in Oklahoma. And so I live in Guthrie. I didn't have a lot to do after high school. My friend and I would always walk around and go shopping at Goodwill. And I was like, oh, Goodwill's so great. It's quiet, it's peaceful, there's a nice customer base there. It would be great to work there. And so I applied, and I came in for an interview. I really liked William. I thought, well, this seems like a good place to work. William seems really nice. It must be a good place to work. And so I got the job, and I just kind of stayed.
Yeah, very good.
So Taylor was a cashier for about 6 months or so, I believe.
I think it was
about a year,
than
actually.
6 months.
About a year
Yeah.
before she moved to the back in production. She's been back there for about a year now. She was my primary go-to when it came to the boutique, and honestly,
the poor boutique.
before we didn't have it anymore at this location.
R.I.P.
But she
boutique.
has grown and developed a lot. So my following question is, since Jim already spoke about YEP, is there anything that you think could have prepared you a little bit better for your first job, since this is your first job?
Maybe like anxieties about like what gets you fired from a job, like what gets you in trouble with a job. Because like the first time I got in trouble, I immediately thought I was gonna get fired. Because like I was just like, well, I did something bad, I must get fired now. But like something like that, or like also like what to wear, how to like speak in an interview, because I didn't get taught that. I just kind of looked up the questions and was just like thinking of my answers over and over again.
Yeah.
So just having something like that would really help people out, I think.
Good.
I absolutely agree with that. From what I heard in your interview, it was phenomenal. So
There was a lot of talky. A lot of filling up space because I'm just like, oh my god, I'm nervous.
Well,
Now,
you did great.
you mentioned before we got started something about transportation and a car and driver's license and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Taylor, like I was saying, this is her first job. Started here at 17. I watched her get her license, get her first car. Is there anything that we did to help benefit you with that?
The money to pay for that car. Like, I would have never been able to pay for that car if I wouldn't have got this job. Like, I didn't have any money before that. And like the ambition, honestly, because I didn't really want to drive before that because I was scared. I didn't really want to drive. I didn't think that would be a good idea for me. But then I got a job, and I didn't want to have my grandpa taking me all the time, and I wanted to work full time. Couldn't work full time without a car, so that gave me the ambition to go out and get my license and get a car.
Okay.
We were able to help give you a goal.
Exactly.
And I mean, that's really what the whole mission is about.
Yeah.
Giving people a goal to work and improve their own lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so what's ahead for you, Taylor? You got aspirations?
Well, hopefully becoming management. That would be a goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure how close I am to that. I do need some more training.
Yeah. Well, and we've got
I think I'm getting
programs, you know, career, I'll just pop back in here for a second. We've got career navigators whose job it is to help you figure out what path you want to follow. So for example, Taylor, you're in retail, but maybe you want to be a truck driver someday, right? And that's a cool job. You get to help lots of people
I can
and
barely
drive
park
around
my
the
car.
city or the state. So a career navigator could say, okay, if that's the career path you want to pursue, here is the way to do it. Or maybe you want to move into contracts or workforce development. You want to help people. You want to be a career navigator. How do I become a career navigator? The folks can tell you. And so Taylor can kind of map out her career that
Yeah.
way.
And I've heard a lot about the classes too. I'm looking forward to the classes because that's something I definitely need.
Yeah.
Like crucial conversations, and that's definitely something I need.
Yeah.
I haven't quite gotten to the point where I can like give feedback without feeling too bossy.
Mhm.
So I think that's maybe something really important that I would need.
Yeah.
And helpful people.
Jeannie, let's pitch it to you. What I'm sure you've taken a bunch of classes and
a
seen.
bunch. I was actually in the first round of the cohorts from Shipley to ASM.
Okay.
I found a lot of them to be especially helpful. Primarily the crucial conversations that she just listed, that has been the one that has helped me the most. In addition, giving and receiving feedback. Admittedly, it's something that I need to do better on is asking actively for that feedback. But it gave me the tools to start asking. And that is the most important part, is starting, having the tools.
Yeah.
So
Very good.
I absolutely am 100% behind all the classes. I say if you have the opportunity to take them, you should.
Yeah, that's great. Well, when I first came here, we weren't offering crucial conversations, and I learned, because I was a lawyer for 35 years, I learned that of all the classes that we could take or offer, that was the one that most people needed, because it's hard, you know, you don't want to hurt people's feelings, and so maybe we don't say everything we should say to them about, you know, giving them some positive feedback. And so what I encourage people to do is to be kind, not nice. We can be nice by keeping our mouth shut. Okay, well, you know, let's just say Jeannie wasn't dressed the way a store manager or assistant store manager should be dressed today. Should I say anything? Well, I don't want to hurt her feelings, so I'm not going to say anything. Well, she doesn't have an opportunity to grow then. She doesn't learn from that. So my job is to be kind, and not to just say, oh, hey, you're dressed terrible, get back to home and change your clothes, but to kindly take her aside one-on-one and just give her some instruction. So be kind, not necessarily nice, deliver kind truth to fellow employees. Okay, ladies, anything else?
That's it for me.
I think that's really about all we have. I hope y'all have a great Friday and a happy Easter.
Okay, very good. We're way over the time limit I'm usually allocated. 8 minutes, 40 seconds. Signing out. See you next Friday. Bye.